Welcome to Okuma. My name is Jürgen Gläser. I'm the Senior Manager of the FA department and I'm taking care of automation here in Okuma Europe. Today I would like to introduce some customized examples to you that we have realized here in Europe. First example is a fully automated production cell where we target for short setup times and where the robot also is setting up the machine automatically. In this cell we have realized a complete independent production from human beings. So the robot has a magazine here on the side with extra tools for the lower turret, with centers for the tailstock and also with collets for the main spindle. The robot can change the collet in the main spindle by using this external arm here. So he will pick up the old collet from the spindle and then place a new one. And all information about which collet is needed, what kind of tools are needed, what kind of lifetime they have and what kind of center is needed are in the head of the program. Each NC program is individually created by a CAM system of the customer for each workpiece. That means that every technical change on every workpiece will be reflected in the production from the next workpiece on. So we can see here the robot is replacing this arm and then he can also replace the center and tools for the lower turret. We are using Captor interfaces here for all interfacing with the robot. After setting up the correct environment on the machine, the robot will then start to load workpieces and produce. In this cell, the customer is producing lot sizes from 1 to 200 maximum, so it's an extremely flexible production cell. In the next solution, we have created a mailing function for the CNC machine. This mailing function allows to use the machine even if in unmanned conditions some alarm occurs, because it will give a warning by an email to the operator and he can come to the machine and refill oil or whatever is necessary and so get more productive hours out of his machine. In this example, we have an interactive functionality with the operator. So the operator has to confirm the dimension of the workpiece is as it should be before the machine will continue to manufacture the part. Only when the operator pushes this close button, the CNC program will continue, and by that we are ensuring the quality of the workpiece. Here we have an example for setting 0 offsets easily with a dialog for the operator of machining centers. The operator can place the touch probe in front of a face or in a hole and then just use the functionality from these function keys. This application will automatically create a CNC program and select it, and the operator will have a dialog to execute this program and set the 0 offset. With this application from the aircraft industry, we are ensuring the coolant flow, especially for small holes with deep drilling. We must make sure that the drill will never overheat inside of the workpiece, and by checking the volume of the coolant flow we can guarantee this. The machine will stop by alarm if the coolant flow goes under a certain level. In this solution we have communication with external tool presetters using RFID chips, especially from Baluf. We can retrofit this solution also to Okuma machines which don't offer this option from Okuma Japan, so this is a local solution for all customers that are wanting to have this kind of functionality for any kind of machine. Here we have a special fixture control, again for the aircraft industry. With 2 jaws on this fixture we can pull out the bar material. Then we can index the fixture to use the center to support the workpiece during the milling process. When the turbine blade is finished, we index the fixture again and grab the turbine blade on the blade shape with the other 2 jaws and then cut it off inside of the machine and put it on a forwarding belt. In this application we will get the measuring results out of the machine during the production and automatically transfer them to the network of the customer and store them in their application for statistical analysis. This application is capable to create a QR code, or a data matrix code is also possible, and then we can create a CNC program from this graphical code, and this will be executed as a subprogram in the production, and by that we are able to mark workpieces with individual QR codes or data matrix codes. This code can be executed by milling or it can be produced by drilling application. Here we have an example of a NC programming functionality that we added to the CNC control. This is a special spherical shape with a special inlet for hydraulic applications. And with this small app, the customer or the operator of the machine can input all data and create a CNC program to mill this inlet and also the spherical shape without using any CAM system. That is simplifying the use of the machine. So this application allows us to mill a pattern from a picture. So we just need a picture. We can even use a webcam directly on the OSP controller of Okuma. And by the way, OSP controller was developed in 1963. And that OSP controller from Okuma is a very innovative control. Back in 1963, we already had absolute measuring scales, absolute scales. We also had already memory devices that didn't lose data without power. And we also were already capable to program feed rate per revolution on lathe machines. In the meantime, Okuma has developed many new features of the CNC world. And this is a good example of the openness of our controller, because we can use an application programming interface for all of these automation solutions that we are doing. And here we have a picture taken by a webcam, converted into black and white, use the grayscale to adapt a certain cutting depth to each pixel in this picture, and then cut this pattern into the workpiece. This is an application that we have sold for customers that have graphical logos and they need them machined on their workpieces. So that is a way how to do that. In this example, we have 10 lathes combined to a manufacturing cell. All of them have bar feeders. They are 180 degrees facing each other, so the bar feeders are all here in the middle. The gantry loader has a magazine for raw material here at the end of the cell, and it can load individual material to every machine. So the operator just needs to scan a barcode on one of these machines, and the gantry loader will bring in a bar. The workpiece will be machined and measured inside of the machine. The measuring result will be decided as an OK workpiece or an OK. Then the parts catcher will kick the part out. If the part is not OK, we will drop it in a bin. If the part is good, we will forward it on our conveyor belt into a fixture to mark the part with the parts number and the lot size and the lot number and so on. And all of that communication is again done by a small application that we have created by using our application programming interface in the OSP controller. So far from my side, thank you very much for your time. If you have further questions, please contact us under info@okuma.eu. Thank you very much and bye-bye.